Hello and welcome. My name is Christopher Keenan. I'm a 360-degree marketing executive with content creation skills, and today I'm going to show you a few examples of my corporate brand design skills, my desktop publishing experience, and my ability to design content for social media and websites. I should quickly mention that being a marketeer with design and production skills provides sort of three main benefits to my employers. Firstly, if I'm working on a startup business or a startup project, it saves a ton of cash that would ordinarily be spent on agency fees. Secondly, I don't have to wait for artwork to be produced. I can just crack on and design it myself, which is, great. And lastly, if I'm working with a team, my understanding of design principles really sort of comes in handy for project management. Right, let's get started by looking at a few pieces from my portfolio. Here we go. So first up, let's look at brand diversification. As you can see, my online portfolio shows a range of different brand designs that I've created over the years. This particular logo was created for a company in the United States called Newtek Recycling. Now, Newtek mainly worked with municipalities, but Newtek's president wanted to branch into corporate electronics recycling. So I wrote a 40-plus page marketing strategy with tactics and recommended a brand diversification, which would naturally require a new and very separate logo from the main business. I must have designed about 12 ideas and then whittled it down to about 3 or 4, and then sat down with the president and we settled on this one. It's because of 3 main reasons. Firstly, well, it's nice and clean and bright. And if you use a Pimlico blue or Cambridge blue, the design pretty much works on any form of media and any type of background. Right. Secondly, you can remove the text and you're left with a tag graphic, which can be applied to just about any form of marketing collateral. It's kind of like one of those little branded logos that you might see. Like if you take the golden arches of McDonald's, the logo for Shell, those are sort of iconic images that you don't need to read any text to know what they're for. And of course, by separating the text out and leaving you with this tag graphic, you can start to, put your brand out there in every form of marketing collateral that you're involved with. Right, and of course, lastly, I've used an easily recognizable recycling symbol and tilted it to create a vertical line within the shape that itself has also been tilted off the horizontal axis. This creates a sort of quirky aspect to the graphic and therein gives the viewer a sense of comfortable familiarity with the difference. Right, okay, so let's look at desktop publishing projects. Okay, so this one is a 26-page A5 brochure for an employer who I'd written a marketing strategy for that included both digital and print-based assets. Now, originally, I had designed the brochure to include paragraphs of copy explaining services, but I thought that's just never going to be read. So I created a DPS layout, or a double-page spread layout, and this sort of format allowed me to use a background photo montage. The graphic in the background said exactly what they offered. And for simplicity of comprehension and uniformity of layout, I condensed the core services into an equal amount of bullet points on each page. This made it very easy for anybody flicking through the brochure to instantly understand what was being offered without having to make any form of effort, really. Just as a side note, I also designed an A5 house folder to slot this and a business card into as well. So you could use it at expo stands or events, or if you're dealing with a prospect or a lead. Very, very uniform sort of mechanism of delivery. Okay, so that's brand design, that's desktop publishing. Let's look at graphics for use on the web. Right, this design is for $1 billion company called Synology. I've created this particular work for a product review. It's based on a section that I wrote in the review and the video that I created for it about hardware survivability. The genre is kind of T2 sci-fi-esque. It's designed to appeal to a certain demographic, obviously, but I had a lot of fun creating this one. Naturally, this type of eye candy, as the Americans call it, is a bit clickbaity, but obviously with their clicking through, they're not going to be disappointed by what they read or what they find. And in fact, we enjoyed close to 104,000 views. I think we had approximately 26,000 people go right down to the end of this as well. So it was incredibly successful. Okay, so that's brand, print, and digital all covered. There's a ton of different logos and illustrations on my graphic design portfolio webpage. You can visit it for a nosy around if you're interested at Chris Keenan or chris-keenan.com. Sorry. I hope you enjoy looking through my work. And if you need any help, please feel free to contact me. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.